John, I've got a good friend of mine, very successful. I don't want to tell you his name or who he worked for, but big Fortune 5, big Fortune 50 companies. And he admits that 33% of his success is just being at the right place at the right time and luck. But you can't live with just luck. You can't just make your own luck. That doesn't work. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. So hopefully the opportunities are around you.
Some people never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Look, being in the right place at the right time isn't good enough. I had a lot of that happen for me. But then there were a lot of other people that were in that exact same right place, didn't wind up CEO of the company. You've got to recognize when you're in the right place at the right time, and then you got to do something about it. I'll tell you another thing I would just tell particularly young people that are listening to this is the other thing you need to work on, being likable. Likability, in my opinion, is one of the greatest abilities. I mean, some people are brilliant, but they're the biggest jerk you can possibly imagine. Nobody wants to be around them. Even if they're right, no one wants to hear it just because of how they are. You can be tough, but you could be friendly being tough. You could say, look, I don't want to be a jerk here. You seem like a good person. But let me just tell you where I'm coming from on this. It was interesting. We had an incredibly contentious battle to get the company out of city. But then when Rick Williams, who was my business partner, he was the financial half of the brain. I was the marketing visionary, let's go get it half of the brain. When we retired from being co-CEOs of Primerica, we're still on the public board. But when we retired from that, the gentleman that we had the biggest tough negotiations with, who was by then CEO of Citi, invited Rick and I to his home to his beautiful apartment on Central Park West, had a great dinner, and he just talked about, he said, we had some tough negotiations, but you know what? I always liked you guys, always respected y'all, and knew you were fighting for your people from this position, and you knew I had a job to do, but we were able to get something done where it worked out. A lot of people think being tough means, okay, I got to be the biggest jerk that ever walked in the room. You don't have to be that way.
Those are great words, John.
I mean, it's life's short. Don't be so confrontational. I always tell people you got to learn to manage the contradictions in life. You got to be boldly humble. You got to be aggressively cautious. Life has a lot of dualism to it.